Hello, hello, Aquarius. I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your April 2020 tarot forecast. I'll be giving you a tarot reading for all Aquarius individuals out there, sun, rising, and moon, for the month of April 2020. See what information, insight, and advice we can gain for the month ahead. All right, so without further ado, we would like a Celtic Cross reading for all Aquarius individuals, sun, rising, and moon for the month of April 2020. Let us see what we get. So I apologize that this is late again this month, but do not worry, for I have made some changes in my schedule that should prevent me from being late again anytime soon. For now, let us see what insight we can still gain into the month of April for all Aquarius individuals out there. And there it is. Okay. For your current influences, the Three of Wands reversed. The challenge card, the Queen of Wands. For the underlying energy, the Eight of Pentacles reversed. For the past, the Moon reversed. For what you hope to achieve, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. For the near future, the Hermit. For your attitude or position on the situation, the Nine of Swords. And ninth house is activated. For the outside force coming in, the Two of Wands reversed. For your hopes or fears, the King of Swords reversed. And a final outcome card of the Knight of Pentacles reversed. All right, so let's dive in. Beginning with your current outside influences, you got the Three of Wands reversed. This represents your current outside influences right around the beginning of the month. So Three of Wands reversed, blocked from expanding into new territories. You are trying to expand what you do, or you want to expand what you do. You want to push things further, but this shows that there have been blockages early in the month of April, and you may or may not continue to see them throughout April. Well, we have some additional indicators here that I guess you quite possibly will, but I think that's going to be a big part of your challenge this month, is just to break through these blockages trying to hold you back. And of course, the whole world's like in quarantine right now, and so this desire to get out there, to push things further, is being blocked for all of us on some level by that, but it's showing up for you in particular. So this desire for expansion, but it's just being like delayed right now and or blocked in general. For your challenge card, you got the Queen of Wands. Your challenge this month is to have the willpower, the courage, the resoluteness, the deliberate intent to face these, I would say, delays, these blockages from expansion, some potential financial difficulties, and any other challenges you face, essentially. The cards are basically saying to you, be courageous, courageous, have strength, have faith and belief in yourself. Use your willpower, get motivated, get inspired, feel your inspiration, act on your inspiration. So that is what we have there. For the underlying energy, everything forming a foundation for your situation this month, you got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So this card in its reversal is like blocking you again from getting things done, from work, from things that you've been working on. This could be temptations into things like laziness, just not wanting to work, but it can also just be blockages to getting things done. And this is the underlying energy. So this might not be immediately apparent, but it is kind of happening in the background. You know, this interruption in your getting things done, especially with your work life, especially, or I said especially twice, I guess, especially with your work life. All right. For the past and issues you've had to deal with that then lead into the present, you got the moon reversed. So have you been struggling to see things clearly, to see things for what they are? Well, that's what the moon's reversal in the past often tells us. Also, have you been struggling with an illness? I guess, unfortunately, in the current times, many people have been struggling with an illness, many more than usual. But that can be something we see with the moon reversed, like overcoming an illness. This showing up in the past would be like, have you been having to overcome an illness or trying to overcome an illness? And that may be blocking you from your expansion in the present, as we see with the Three of Wands reversed. Let's see, are there any other indicators of that in this reading, though? I don't want to miss anything. Just make sure that you're seeing things as clearly as you can, and if you suspect that there might be some hidden enemies or some deception going on in your midst at any point this month, there may be something to that. Even though that card's showing up in the past, we see some other things coming up that may indicate that you've got a deceiver in your midst. Some of you, not all of you, certainly not, but a fair number of you may. So be wary of that. For what you hope to achieve, you got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This card represents your highest hope, your highest goal, the best you can hope for this month. Queen of Pentacles reversed. You want to overcome a blockage to re-establishing your safety and security, especially feeling financially safe and secure, but also just safe and secure in general. Let me see what else this might connect into. There's a sense of like wanting to be able to nourish yourself and or receive nourishment, quite possibly. With this being a court card, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and then also for the outcome card, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Be wary, is there an earth sign perhaps in your life that maybe you can't trust right now? That would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. For some of you, that may be a factor, since we have not one, but two Earth court cards, and they're both reversed in this reading. But yes, generally speaking, your highest hope this month, the best you can hope for, is to re-establish that feeling of safety and security, and or also like receiving nourishment, that nourishing, safe feeling, like often what one has at home. So for the near future, you got the Hermit. Speaking of being at home or staying at home, this represents about the first week or two of your month. And so the Hermit card is indeed often indicative of getting away from the world, a retreat, withdrawal, meditation, contemplation, getting away from things, getting off by yourself, and thinking deeply, especially about spiritual matters. And there's more on that coming up in a bit. Um, but the Hermit card can also point out the need to see things clearly and precisely. Or maybe in some cases, you're already feeling that way. You're regaining your clarity in that first week or two, which I think we're all going to regain our clarity on April 11th when Mercury moves out of Pisces and into Aries. I think we're all going to gain a lot of clarity then. But yes, consider those things. Let's see. I feel like there was one other thing with that I was going to say. What was it? Oh, yes. Okay. With the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, it's almost like the cards are suggesting to you this month that this is a time to take a break from things, to get away from things, to take that downtime, to take that time to yourself and replenish your energies. Like whether you are like fully quarantined right now or not, this is a time for you to get away from it all and replenish your vital energies and restore yourself. Maybe do some soul searching. Speaking of soul searching, for your attitude or position on the situation, about halfway through the month, you got the Nine of Swords. So indeed, while this can, as the imagery suggests, be trouble, shock, worry, trauma, insomnia, bad dreams, nightmares, things of this nature, it can also, and I think especially in conjunction with your cards, be an indicator of like a spiritual awakening, getting in touch with your humanity, with the aspects of you that do not feel so good, but are nevertheless a part of you, the aspects of you that you have suppressed, rejected, denied, or disowned. And so I think a lot of you are going to be feeling that way this month. You're going to be feeling like, wow, this is quite the spiritual awakening I'm experiencing here this month. Because of this relative isolation or all this time to myself, or for whatever reason you're feeling called to do some soul searching, if you are. And I think many of you will be this month, if you're not already. Now, that of course connects in with the ninth house, which we just also had an indicator of with the Hermit card, card 9 of the major arcana. 2 nines, your ninth house significantly activated this month. That is the house of spirituality. So again, the spirituality, the soul searching, it's also the house of your belief systems and ideals, exploring your belief systems. It is the house of astrology and tarot we're looking at and working with right now. It is the house of religion and God. It is the house of government and legal proceedings. Perhaps a number of you are really hoping for that unemployment check or whatever assistance that you need right now from the government during these very hard times. Now, as for whether you get it or not, well, I hate to tell you, but the cards are a bit iffy on that. So I think it's going to be, well, if anything, I would say some of you probably do and some of you probably don't. But the cards aren't really giving me any strong indicators on that one way or another. But they're, if anything, they're saying err on the side of caution when it comes to finances this month. And speaking of which, that would even be applicable to this card, this next card, outside force coming in. The Two of Wands reversed. There may be someone coming at you this month who wants to challenge you in some way, wants to challenge your ego, perhaps, who has a conflict with you in some way. Now, it doesn't have to be that. Two of Wands reverse can also just be like an interruption in your planning, which I think is actually far more likely given the combination of cards that we have here. So anticipate interruptions to your plans or potential interruptions to your plans this month. And also possibly, let's see, both the Two and the Three of Wands, geez. Possibly things developing in such a way that you have more areas that you need to deal with than you can easily handle at once. Prepare to possibly have to multitask and maybe more than you can easily do. And so again, it's like be ready for that, because if you ready yourself for it, then it's easier to meet that challenge. For your hopes or fears, you got the King of Swords reversed. You are concerned this month about your ability to think logically, to see clearly. And, will you make the right discoveries? Will you have the breakthroughs that you want? Do you need to do research? Are you even able to see things as clearly as you normally are able to? Both personally and with everything that's going on collectively right now, you're concerned about that clarity. As for how clear you are objectively likely to be, if we drew one more card, would that tell us? Page of Pentacles reversed. Well, I would say despite Mercury's movement into Aries, what the cards are suggesting here is that if anything, there's going to be things that try to throw you off this month. I hate to, sort of have to tell you that, but there are going to be things that try to distract you from your clear perspective, from your mental clarity this month. And so just be aware of that. And like, if it seems like you need to think things through more, then be sure to do that, I would say. And so for the final outcome card, which isn't it interesting, the additional card I drew, the Page of Pentacles reversed, yet another Earth Court card that is reversed. And here we, of course, have the Knight of Pentacles reversed as the final outcome card. So first of all, that makes a total of 3 Earth Court cards that are reversed in this reading, including the Queen of Pentacles reversed earlier. I would suggest that you be very careful. Well, for one thing, perhaps just with money this month, but for another thing, with any Earth sign people, again, that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, like whether it's their sun sign, or maybe they just have a lot of Earth energy, like in their chart, if you happen to know their chart, or they just seem like very salt of the earth kind of people, I suppose. We're seeing like a likely conflict with that kind of person for a lot of you this month with an Earth sign. So be wary of that. Now, other than that, or in addition to that, what this card means more generally, and especially in your reading that you got for this month, is yet again, interruptions in your routine, interruptions in your work, things like distracting you or getting in your way, someone or something that is trying to disrupt your work, or disrupt your finances perhaps, or disrupt your routine activities and trying to throw you off of your success perhaps. So, I'm not going to lie to you here. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and be like, oh yeah, everything's fine, because it's not. However, I would also point out that it's not a disaster either, but there are things, either someone and or something, that is trying to disrupt your routine activities this month. And that's a big part of your challenge. And remember, speaking of which, your challenge card, the Queen of Wands, advises you to be courageous in the face of this enemy. Be courageous, be resolute, act on your inspiration, stay motivated, don't lose heart, don't lose hope, and keep doing what you need to do, having faith or belief that it is for good reason, it is effective action. So I hope that is satisfying to you, Aquarius. I hope that is of value to you. If you would like a personal reading with me, I do go live at 7 p.m. on Friday, every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time on this channel, doing live tarot readings on a pay-what-you-want basis. So you can come by and leave a donation of amount, even as little as $1 through PayPal, or super chat, and I'll be happy to give you a reading on any question of your choice, as long as it is ethical. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed your reading for April. And if you did, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're not already, as I'm always streaming more astrology and tarot related content to this channel. And so that's about it. I hope you have a great month of April, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.